Hi, our documentary is about the stunning accusation that was that Brooklyn's Jewish Chronic Disease Hospital, a facility known for serving an elderly population and those in need of long-term physical care, were conducting cancer experiments on unsuspecting non-cancerous patients. The experiments were the idea of Dr. Chester Southam, a noted immunologist at Sloan Kettering Hospital, who suggested a collaborative research project with the JCDH. Southam hoped to initiate an evaluation of the immunologic status of patients with chronic non-neoplastic disease, as revealed by promptness of rejection and subcutaneous cancer cell homografts.
In short, Southam wanted to see if the immunology systems of debilitated individuals reacted any differently to the introduction of cancerous cells than in people who were healthy. The project Southam was proposing was a continuation of cancer studies he had been doing for well over a decade. He had already worked in Africa injecting an assortment of rare and common viruses, including mumps, dengue, West Nile, and Semliki forest virus in severely ill cancer patients. Southam had also performed cancer cell experiments on more than 100 healthy prisoners at an Ohio State penitentiary.
Dr. Chester Southam injected live cancer cells into 22 elderly patients at Jewish Chronic Disease Hospital in Brooklyn. After being rebuffed by his institution, Sloan Kettering, he discovered Dr. Emmanuel Madel at Jewish Chronic Disease. He sought to learn whether people who were debilitated by cancer could reject cancer cells. None of the patients were informed about the risk, and were never informed about the experiment involved injecting live cancer cells. Several doctors told Southam they did not want their patients to experiment on, but he used them anyway.
Every human being has a right to determine what shall be done with his own body. These patients then had a right to know the contents of the syringe, and this knowledge was to cause fear and anxiety or make them frightened. They had right to be fearful and frightened and thus say no to the experiment. The NYS Board of Regents found Dr. Southam guilty of fraud, deceit, and unprofessional conduct, and revoked his license for 1 year. However, 2 years later, American Cancer Society elected him president, once again demonstrating that the medical establishment does not consider violations of medical ethics an impediment to career advancement.
This experiment violates the Nuremberg Code, which states that no research should be conducted on human subjects without their full and voluntary consent. Thank you for your attention.